Hi, I'm back again to share my thoughts and feelings on a particular subject, and today we're going to be talking about men drinking alcohol. And yeah, I know a lot of people won't listen to me and they're probably going to laugh at me and just disregard me, but still, I'd like to put this out there to make people start thinking a little bit, make their gears and their brains start turning a little bit more. I encourage people to think critically and think deeply a lot, so let's get into this. Now, I'm not saying that every man does this, and I'm not saying that women can't do this too, of course. Let's not be crazy here. I'm just talking about the statistics and the probability that this would happen. And, you know, um, I'll just start by saying that I have a job that requires me to go out in the town and go to all these businesses and go to all these shops. So I do see, and I see with my real eyes. I see people's behaviors and I see what they're buying and all these things, right? So I would say statistically, a majority of men, I've seen men buy beer and alcohol and liquor like almost every day. I've seen a group of women buy liquor maybe like one time in a year. I do not see women buying liquor as much as men statistically, right? So that's actually really concerning. And the thing that on my mind the most about this is that, men physically are stronger. They have bigger muscles, right? And so I'm always so confused on why they do this. Like, why are you drinking so much alcohol when you have these muscles? You have these huge muscles and you're stronger. You have a gift. You really have great potential and you have the opportunity to have your dream job. You have your opportunity to build a life that you want because physically you're so strong, right? You could probably put something together that's really nice, but I see a lot of men just being like, no, I know there's a lot of money on the table for you. And they're just like, no, I don't want it. I would rather kill off my brain cells drinking poison, which doesn't make any sense. And I've seen a lot of construction workers drink a lot of alcohol as well, which doesn't make any sense either because alcohol, poison, is not a workout supplement at all. It's not going to be very healthy for you, meaning that you're probably going to perform not as good as you could be at your job, which, is really kind of a bummer. It's really depressing. And of course, I'm a grown adult. I can purchase alcohol myself, and I did run a test a little bit myself because like I was always so confused about this. So I always witnessed this behavior. And so I tried it myself. I'm like, okay, I should drink a beer a couple times a day for the next week or something. I should drink beer a couple days in a row and see how I feel. Like what is the appeal? Like what do they like about that? So I tried it myself for a little bit and I'm like, "Oh no. I got angry at everything for no reason even though I knew it wasn't their fault. I was getting irritated and I did not feel well." So I don't understand why, because I kind of think that the psychology behind this is basically a bunch of people lying to themselves. So, alcohol is considered a drug, and so people think drug equals party, right? So, it makes them think that they look fun or that they're having a good time. But the effects, what it does to your body is it feels so bad. So, the mentality behind all that is all just for show. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to everybody else. It's all just a big lie. And that, like, living in a delusion like that is not healthy whatsoever. It's not healthy for you, and it's not healthy for the other people around you. Of course, I do encourage that we do be considerate to others around you, and of course, other people that you live with. That shouldn't have to be said to a bunch of grown adults. I shouldn't have to say that, but you should automatically be doing that. So, I just really think this whole situation is really sad. Um, I really hope that men look into more healthy choices. I would recommend, okay, so listen, like I said, that you're kind of kidding yourself for thinking that you look fun, you're having fun, you're partying. You're kidding yourself because the effects are just so bad. So, if you wanted to have fun, if you wanted to have parties and things like that, I would highly recommend taking psychedelics instead. Of course, don't take it more than once every 3 months. That would be a more recommended way to be doing that. And if you take psychedelics, the health effects do last longer. I would recommend using psychedelics as a replacement, and I know everyone's going to say that's illegal, and I do understand that, but there are some states that do have medicinal psychedelics in select states, and I also know that there is a psychedelic gummy that is really, really high quality. It's called Treehouse Gummies, and you can buy it at like a smoke shop. You can buy it at a gas station or something like that. They're called TRE House Gummies, and those are completely legal because they do not contain psilocybin necessarily. It's a blend of like lion's mane and things like that, like the functional mushrooms, but they have like a certain blend that does give you psychedelic effects. I have taken them myself and I absolutely love them. They have great reviews. Nobody's going to the hospital. But that brand in particular is very, very high quality. No one's going to the hospital and everybody likes it. And yes, it does give you good effects. And when it comes to psychedelics, the effects last longer. So you only need to take psychedelics maybe once every 3 months, and you're probably going to be in a really good mood. Not to mention, a lot of states do have marijuana legal, which is a really great alternative that you can be using instead. It's much more, it's a lot less harmful on the body, really. Um, you know, Alcohol kills off your brain cells. It's really, really horrible, and it makes you not be able to make decisions very well. And then I would see, statistically, I'm not saying everybody again, but statistically, the ratio of things. I see a lot of men on the internet talk about how women cannot be leaders, yet statistically, men drink so much more alcohol than women, meaning that it will negatively impact the way that they think. So, how would you be a leader and make decisions if you're killing off your brain cells and you think that, I don't typically see women do that as often. And so, like, how does that make any sense? How would that even work out? Like, this is all just a big lie to yourselves. They're living in a delusion. People like that live in a lie. It's all just I don't understand. I don't understand. But of course, marijuana, psychedelics, use responsibly, but of course, it is the better alternative. And you still get to have fun and you still get to party. But, alcohol is not a workout supplement. And I wish the best for people. I wish that people would have a healthy life, of course. And I wish the people around you and your family would have a healthy life as well. You know? So yeah, I wish the best for people and I wish you a good future. But that's something to think about. I don't understand why they don't think women are capable of making better cognitive decisions when statistically they're not ruining their brain cells. They're not ruining their brain function as much on alcohol. So that doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself. I'm not going to sit here and lie to everybody else. My life is not a big lie. I don't live a lie.